Hi there, and welcome to Kapow Wow Learning. And today we're going to be looking at rounding to the nearest 10. Okay, you can pause this and play it as many times as you wish. So let's look at this. Rounding to the nearest 10. Here we have the number 127. So we need to remember 0, 1 to 4, we round down to the floor. But also, if the number is 5 to 9, we round up to the sky. So because we're rounding to a nearest 10, we must circle that 10. But it's not that number that we look at. We're going to look at the number before. So the unit is a 7. Now, do we round down to the floor? Remember, 0, 1 to 4, round down to the floor. If the number is 5 to 9, we round up to the sky. But the number is a 7 in the units. So what do we do? Round up to the sky. Now, because we're rounding to the nearest 10, the answer has to be in tens. So the 10 is a 20. So it'll be 100. What's the next 10 after 20? 130. That's what you should have said. Kapow. Here's another one. 236. Now, rounding to the nearest 10. So remember what we say? 0, 1 to 4, round down to the floor. 5 to 9, round up to the sky. You can pause this and then play. Right, so rounding to the nearest 10 means we circle the tens, which is the 3, the 30. But we look at the number before. So the unit is a 6. So do we round down to the floor or up to the sky? You should have said round up to the sky. So what is the next 10 after 30? So the answer should be 240. Kapow wow. Here's another one. 363. We're rounding to the nearest 10. Okay, so what do we need to remember? Remember, 0, 1 to 4, round down to the floor. 5 to 9, round up to the sky. But we're rounding to the nearest 10. So what do we need to do? We circle the 10. But we're not looking at that number, we're looking at the 3. So you can pause and play and try to answer this. What do you think the answer is? Right. So the units are 3. So what do we do? Round down to the floor or up to the sky? We round down to the floor. So now your answer should be, remember, it has to be in tens, is 360. Kapow. Here we have 559, rounded to the nearest 10. Remember, 0, 1 to 4, round down to the floor. 5 to 9, round up to the sky. You can pause and then play it. So nearest 10, rounding to the nearest 10, we need to circle that 10, which is the 50, the 5 there. But we're looking at the number before. So it's a 9. So the unit's a 9. So what do we do? Round down to the floor or round up to the sky? We should round up to the sky. So the tens is a 50. So that should be 560. Here we have 791, rounding to the nearest 10. Now remember, 0, 1 to 4, round down to the 4. 5 to 9, round up to the sky. Pause this and then play to see if you got it correct. Right, so we're going to circle the 10, the 90. But we're not looking at that number. We're looking always at the number before it. So it's the 1. So the units are 1. So what do we do? Round down to the floor or round up to the sky? You should have said round down to the floor. So remember, the answer has to be in tens. So the answer should be 790. Here we have 984. Can we round this to the nearest 10? Here we go. So remember, 0, 1 to 4, round down to the floor. And 5 to 9, round up to the sky. You can pause and then play it. You should have done this. So we should have circled a 10, which is the 80. But we always look at the number before. So it's a 4. So the units are 4. So do we round down to the floor or up to the sky? Now remember, we round down to the floor. But our answer has to be in tens. So you should have said 980. And that is a kapow way of rounding to the nearest 10. Thank you for watching. Goodbye while learning.
Ooh.